Welcome to LEAFMAN Podcast. I'm your host, Trevor Taylor. This is my co-host,
Brooks McWhorter.
and we are here to teach you guys about life. We should come up with like a catchphrase.
He is. I'm just here to make jokes.
We should come up with like a introductory catchphrase. I feel like a lot of the podcasts I listen to are like, like they have like some spiel about what they are.
Something stupid, like some Fozzie the Bear, like, waka waka waka. Is that what you're thinking?
They just have like like
David from behind the camera, waka waka waka. The funniest.
Is that Fuzzy the Bear?
It's one of the It's one of the top. It's Fozzie. It's one of the top. One of the top Muppet comedians of our time.
Yeah. No, I feel like most of the podcasts have like an introductory thing that they talk about. Like Andy Frisella is like and today we're here to cruise the internet or whatever. He's got like his little per section, or like Nick Bear has his, like, I'm not here to sell you anything. Alex Hormozy.
We'll definitely brainstorm them. All the ones I listen to
don't do that.
Don't do that. They just open up with some horrible joke.
Yeah. All right.
Well, what's up? How's it going?
Terrible.
Any of your equipment working again?
So we got some of it back. Yeah, we got some of our equipment back, but then
Sorry, I'm thirsty.
You're okay. Then our PPC got shut off for like a week, so basically all of our advertising was down, so we had no phone calls. And then it's just like one thing after the other. All right, yeah. Actually, you know what? I got something to talk about.
Yeah, dude.
Here's what we're gonna talk about, okay?
I've got stuff for later.
I'm gonna rant for a minute, okay?
I don't care. You
I
rant.
am so
I've got
tired.
canker sores. I don't even want to talk.
You have canker sores.
I don't even want to talk, dude. Go for it.
Is that
What are you sick and tired of?
Canker sores.
It's from when I remember when I eat acidic foods.
Yeah, tomato paste, right?
Well, acidic foods. I didn't think that an entire container of pomegranate seeds was going to be acidic. Turns out it's one of the most acidic foods on earth.
Canker sores.
And I have a problem now because of it. But anyways,
get some salt water.
I've been doing it every day for the last week, dude.
Dude,
eating lots of soup.
Lots of soup, good soup.
All right, what's bugging you? What's your problem? What's your problem, bro?
Dude, I talk to other business owners, and I feel like it's a pride thing. Everyone wants to pretend like nothing is like super stressful about business. Like they don't actually talk to you about like real in-depth problems. They just like laugh about it.
Or current problems. I feel like are always like a hard issue to talk about just because you're already upset about it.
You're already in it, yeah. And so like you get the runaround. It's just always, you either have the fake influencers on the internet who are like, oh yeah, running $1 million business is easy. I'll make you $1 million by the end of the year. And then you have real guys out in real life talking about business, and they will kind of tell you like, they're like, oh yeah, like business is way difficult, but they don't actually get into the nitty gritty. I'm going to get into the nitty gritty. Let me tell you all the difficulties of running a business before you decide that you want to go start one. Okay?
Damn, bro. Dave's going to have to turn your volume down this time.
Yeah.
Oh, he did, bro.
Dude, Dude, it's been freaking rough. It's been the worst month I've ever had. Just one thing after the other. Yeah, let's talk about it, okay?
Yeah, go for it.
When you want to run a business, here are the things that you don't think about, okay? Firing your friends. That's terrible.
Yeah,
it sucks. And you're inevitably going to work with friends because that's who you hire. Friend reaches out because they need a job.
And also, some of your best employees are friends.
Some of your best employees are friends, but it's also difficult to navigate those dynamics. Like, like when you have to fire like family members that you work with, that sucks. It's not easy, dude.
Yeah, it sucks.
Then you have, on top of that, all of your equipment goes down, and you still have to generate your money because your bills don't care that your equipment went down. Your employees don't care that your equipment went down. Everybody needs money, but you just have to figure out a way to get it done without any of the stuff that you need to do it.
Right.
Okay? Then let's talk about all of your ads get shut down, or things are slow, or out of nowhere the economy crashes. Nobody cares about that either. You just have to figure out how to make it work. Like, nobody cares about your financial woes. Nobody gives a single crap that you are having a hard time. All they want is you to pay them. That is how the world works. Okay? And it's just like problem after problem after problem after problem after problem. And people think that it is some easy task, or like because we come on the podcast and we laugh about it, that it's always fun and dandy. Like, because nobody gets real with how difficult it is, dude. It sucks.
I make jokes mainly about stuff that's hard to deal with. That's how I get through it.
It sucks, bro. It sucks booty hole.
I would have jumped out of a 60-foot tree 2 years ago if I didn't have if me and Matt Gill and Andrew weren't joking the whole time on
that
job
is
sites.
Literally what you have to do is make fun of the situations at hand And you have to have an unshakable amount of confidence, because if you do not, the pressure will make you fold.
Also, talking unwarranted crap on the boss sometimes helps too in the moment.
It does, and I know that, which is why.
and it's a whole thing, and you know that.
And I know that, which is why it's okay. I don't care if.
What's he doing? Working on getting stuff done.
Yeah. Yes. Idiot out there doing sales.
Yeah, why is he doing sales?
Yeah. Why is Trevor not doing better sales? Well, that's because we had no phone calls this week.
Yeah, exactly. Dude.
You know,
I get it.
I would if I could.
I'm just saying, because everyone watching is just like, it feels weird. It feels so.
Dude, I don't understand. It's not that hard. Why don't you just go get more sales? Yeah, I don't know. Why don't you go generate some? I have the same amount of knowledge you do. Go figure out how to get me some estimates today, guy. Right. Like, if it's so easy, you go do it. It's not easy.
Right.
Okay? We're making marketing videos. I'm way outside my realm of expertise right now. Did you see that one? It was terrible.
That's becoming my expertise.
Yeah. I got that book for you. I'm almost done.
Nice. Sick.
Anyways. Yeah, also, shout out to Alex Hormozy, dude. Your book, $1 Million Leads, is changing my business. I have made 3 ads that I am now running and tracking. We will see how they do. It's way outside my comfort
zone. I watched a 5-minute summary of your entire book. It's pretty good.
Dude, it's the first book I've ever read about business that I actually took notes in.
Well, like, that actually helps. It probably gives you, like, actual real world
knowledge. Like, dude, it helped a lot. I wrote.
It's pretty current, right?
Yeah, it kind of. It doesn't dive into, like, the specifics of how to use each platform. It is designed to be something that you can utilize 100 years from now, which means that he can't exactly tell you, like, Facebook, Instagram, because those might not be around 100 years from now.
Yeah.
And, like, his theory behind it, I listened to it, and his theory behind it was that if it would work for a marketing guy 100 years ago, then it will probably work for a marketing guy 100 years from now. And so it works. Right. I like it. I mean, it's good. Like, it talks about cold outreach, which is what I have the door flyers, like the young men that I'm paying.
I think I found some more for you, by the way.
Cool. Sweet. Yeah. But it's been hard, dude. It's been hard. This has been a really difficult month for me in business. It's been really frustrating and stressful, and one thing after the other, like, you know, what is it? Robbing Peter to pay Paul or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta forgo one bill so that you can pay a different bill, and just, like, figure out who's patient, who's not patient.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's just it's like with the gutter company right now. It's just like with how busy everyone is in the morning. It's essentially like, hey, are you guys going to this job today? Every time I go ask them that, they're like, I don't know, man. It depends on who's screaming the loudest. Have you gotten any calls?
Yeah.
Asking if we're coming today?
Yeah.
Then we'll go there.
That's how it is. And people don't understand that, dude. They think it's all fun and dandy. Like, oh, what's up? If you're just good with your finances, then it will be easy, and you can always pay your bills on time. And, like, I don't understand why you're having a hard time. Why you're broke? You made $1 million. Well, that's because business is hard and it costs a lot of money.
It's because I paid $1 million to make it work.
Yeah, and it's not always as easy as, like, well, yeah, if I had $30,000 every single week, like I would like, then of course everything would be fine. But what happens is you have bad seasons and things get slow and you get behind and then you have to catch up. And so it's like this, you know, inevitable wave to success. Now we are on an upward trajectory to win, but it just takes time and patience. And most people will crumble when they're like, oh, it's good. And then you have that bad time. Yeah. Like right now. And it's stress. And
it's going to be the same time every year.
Yeah. Most people will fold every time. And I'm not going to fold. There will always be a way through. It's just how much pain and suffering can you take while being patient for it to figure itself out? Because it will inevitably figure itself out. It always does.
There's not always a way out. I mean, there's a certain amount of weight that your company and your assets can bear.
Yeah.
But you just have to know that and try your best not to get close.
But, like, let's say even if that happens, right? Let's say, for instance, take Trico. Let's say we're $1 million company. Let's give people real world advice, real world peace of mind. Let me help you to understand my thought process. You take $1 million company. Mm-hmm. You have 7 employees. You have this equipment, this truck, okay? In your head, oh, I can't pay this bill. It's going to, this, that, and the other is going to happen. Yada, yada, yada. My company's going to fold. What will really happen? The real life world truth is you might have to let go of a few employees. You might have to have a few trucks repoed, and if you have the strength and integrity, you will keep going. Because there's no, like, what happens? I lost that truck, it got repoed. I lost that truck, it got repoed. Let's use what we have and keep going. Mm-hmm. Because what's the alternative? You keep letting trucks go, you keep letting employees go. Like, that's not going to happen. You've obviously built up to that level. You need to ride out the storm. Because eventually we'll work will come back. And in the meantime, start figuring it out. That's why I read Alex Hormozy's book. Because work was kicking us in the nuts. Our marketing was not doing good. So while I'm figuring that out, what do? You just keep moving forward. Like, it's inevitable that you will find a way through. It might just not be with all of the limbs that you started with.
Right.
You know, like,
or all the limbs that you grew during the time from when you started.
Yeah.
You could grow a company from 3 people to 15 people and be back down to 3 in 2 years.
Dude, like for instance, I just read I forget his name, but like one of the founder of Starbucks. Yeah, I don't remember. Anyways, I read his book, okay? And like just to put things into perspective for people. You could be a company that is as successful as Starbucks, okay? Billions of dollar company.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2008, when the recession hit and everything went crapping around, they had been on a growth trajectory. That's all they had done for 20 years. Grow. And you know what happened? The recession hit, and they had to close 400 stores.
Right.
400. Did they make it through? Yeah. There's still Starbucks right on the corner from me.
Well, there's like 50,000 Starbucks.
Yeah, like, what happened?
That's not that many.
You have to let go of what you need to let go and keep moving forward. It doesn't mean you fold. It just means, dang, dude, we got kicked in the nuts. I got to take a few steps back, but then we'll keep moving forward. That's it.
Well, I mean, but that's also just, I mean, it's sad because in those times, like 400 stores, you know, those employees lost their job. The franchisees probably got screwed, or I don't know if Starbucks does franchises. It might just, I think it, but whatever. General managers lost their jobs. That's a good wage. That sucks for sure. But in that instance, that's not them failing. That was them meeting a hard challenge and doing an analysis of all of their stores and being like, I bet these 400 make the least amount of money.
Yep.
Gone.
And you know
that's
what?
a good business decision. And it's sad.
And it's very sad.
It's not okay. I mean, I'm not sitting here like dialing it down, but it is business.
It is. And like the hard truth is, okay, the world is going to throw problems at you. It's inevitable. That is the way that the world runs. Problems will arise. Okay. We have the worst presidency we've ever had. The economy is garbage. It has been an uphill battle for every small business I know this entire last 4 years. All of it. Trash. Okay? Nobody can change, like we can change that in the next election, but I can't change that right now. So what happens? You have to fight that uphill battle, just like Starbucks did. And you have to make a choice. Okay, I either have to cut this wound off or lose the rest of the body.
Mm-hmm.
That is what's going to happen. You have to chop the limb off and then cauterize the wound, and then hopefully the rest survives. Because if you don't, guess what happens? Not only did you lose the 400 stores, you lost all of the other ones.
Right.
Because you couldn't make the hard choice. Is it sucks? Yes, this is exactly what I was telling you about. People think business is easy. Do you know how bad that guy probably felt, the founder of Starbucks, thinking about all the families that he just had to lay off?
Right. Yeah, it's terrible.
But it's do I lay all of those people off and keep the rest, save the rest, or do I lose everybody?
Yeah.
That's the choice you have to make. Congratulations, you're a business owner. Have fun.
And to be honest, if you worked at a Starbucks and you get laid off, you have the skills to work at any other coffee shop.
Yeah, find a local one.
You've got the skills.
Yes, 100%.
You're fine. You'll be all right. 100%.
Yeah.
So
figure out how to make your Starbucks more profitable. Help them out. I don't know. Do marketing in your neighborhood. It's not really your job. It's Starbucks' job, but still.
Yeah.
All right.
So what were you pointing all this rage at? Just how hateful you've been over the last month.
Yes. Just how frustrated I am with people thinking that business is easy, or like just because I carry my stress well, that I'm not like things aren't difficult. I carry my stress extremely well. I'm actually very proud of how I handle my business stress, because I do not bring it home with me. I leave all of that for the most part. Sometimes I'll be quiet. Erica can tell like something's on my mind, but I never come home and like irritated that she needs help with the dishes, or irritated that she needs help with cleaning, or I literally leave all of those work stresses, all of my work tireds at the door. I come home and I be the best husband I can be, like the best leader at Young Men's, the best friend. I try and do all those things because it's not their problem that my life is difficult.
Right. Doesn't mean other things don't bug you though. You're already hot. Let's go from the oven to the frying pan. Yeah. What happened at the restaurant with Erica?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot.
How'd you feel about that when you got home?
Dude. I was about to punch that fool in the face, in his mouth, slap him one time, dude. Okay.
You just texted me like, and we're like, remind me about this guy not thinking Erica. I was like, Jesus, dude.
I'm all fired up. Let's go. So, dude, this guy so Erica and I went to the OG Pancake House, dude, because I had finished up 30 days, and I was like, cool, I can eat breakfast today. Let's go eat at the OG Pancake House and get some eggs and stuff. So we went there, and there's like a front row bench, and we're sitting on the bench, okay? And this dude is like, there's no room on the bench. We've been sitting there for like 30 minutes. The bench is full of people, and this dude is like standing there talking to his mom. He's like 23, all right? And 23, 24, I don't know, young 20s. And then the people next to us get up and leave, and they get called to their table. So Erica, being the sweetheart that she is, stands up, walks around me to the other side, and sits down so that guy can sit down. Okay? And he does not say a single word. Not a thank you, not an acknowledgement, nothing.
Did he notice?
Yeah, because he sat right where she was sitting.
Oh, yeah.
She was sitting next to me on the left side. His mom was on the right. Those people left. She got up, walked around to the other side of me, sat over here, and he did not acknowledge it or say thank you. And in the moment...
Maybe he's just dumb.
Dude, oh, so dumb. Just dumb. Not ingrateful, dude. And
I think it's Erica's fault, dude.
It's Erica's. Shame on you.
I think Erica should have said, "Hey, I'm moving, so you can sit here. You're welcome."
Dude, right? Honestly, but listen.
No, I'm just kidding.
She did the right thing. Erica did the right thing.
For sure.
And honestly, shame on his mom too for not telling him, like, hey, say thank you to that young
Obviously,
lady.
it's not Erica's fault, just for the record.
Yeah.
I'm just myself, sorry.
He didn't say thank you, and his mom didn't correct him to say thank you to her. So, honestly, tisk on both of them. But what was the most frustrating, what made me the most mad, was that in that moment, I thought about it for the rest of the day, dude. The rest of the day. This is a good question. I actually want to talk about it with you. In order to change our community, I think we need to call that kind of stuff out, that kind of behavior. Now, not in a rude way, but in a teaching way. Like, hey, man, just so you know, if somebody gets up and moves out of the way for you, you should normally say thank you, especially if it is a woman. Like, not like belittling or anything, like, just teach them. Like, maybe they weren't taught. Obviously, he wasn't taught. His mom didn't say nothing to him. But then I was like, I didn't say anything to him because I was worried about making Erica uncomfortable because she gets uncomfortable with that kind of stuff. And honestly, I do too. But in that moment, I was going to. And all I could think about was, should I do this? Should I not? Because of Erica. And I thought about it for the rest of the day, dude. The rest of the day, it bothered me that I didn't say anything to him.
That's funny.
And I think that I need to. Honestly, I think my 2024 goal is to be more, not confrontational, but more, I want to stand up for what I believe more. Like, call to action. Call people to, like, I don't know, like, what do you think? Sometimes I want, like...
I feel differently than you do about this situation.
Well, what do you think? Yeah, I want to hear.
I understand that that's annoying. I don't like it either. And then, if we want to make our community better, sure. I just think about the fact that that's just... I don't want drama. I don't want to create mountains out of molehills. Like, and I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's worth my time, nor the possible confrontation that could come from if I said it to some annoying person that doesn't know how to live in the world, and then they come back with a bunch of aggression, and then we have a bunch of aggression. It's just not worth it to me. My peace is my peace. Like, I want to maintain my peace. And honestly, it might be, and I'm not telling you how to live your life, but that might have been a moment of introspection where you might have just you thought about it for the rest of the day. You're 1,000% right on that. That guy definitely should have said something, but that guy ruined your whole day. He had that power over you. He controlled that. Yeah. I mean, I had that recently I had someone controlling my freaking rage and anger for weeks at a time. Yeah. And it destroyed me, and I hated it. Yeah. And I eventually I don't know. I just feel like if someone's gonna be that way, if it has a chance of escalation, if you're fine with it, if your wife's fine with it, or whoever's around in whatever situation, whatever, let that person be that person. Yeah, but they're also not. You're not gonna say to that guy, "Hey, you probably should have said thank you." He's not gonna make that life change at 30 years old. Yeah, but here's the thing. Honestly, okay, a couple of things. That's just how I feel. Yeah, I get you. It didn't really ruin my day. Like, I still had a really good day. I was still in a great mood. I just thought about it periodically about myself throughout the day. It opened the door to, like you said, to introspection. And so I thought about, do I want to handle this differently in the future? So it was kind of just like an eye-opener of like a philosophical debate in my head, right? Mm-hmm. All day long. And I get where you're coming from, but I also I feel like, I don't know, if you don't draw the line in the sand, who's to say they don't keep pushing and just become more and more and more rude,
right?
What, are you going to run into that guy again later in your life? Probably
no,
not.
but like people in general, right? Like maybe I didn't change that kid's life that one time that I mentioned something to him. But if he kept doing those things and people kept saying to him like, hey man, you should probably do something about it, eventually he'd probably be like, man, everyone makes me feel really crappy about myself for not doing this thing. I should probably do this thing.
Yeah, I don't care enough about that guy at all to make him make that life change.
Yeah, but what if, but it's not just about that one guy. It's about society as a whole, right? Like if we let the standard fall for just that one guy, but then every other guy starts doing that too.
But that's not the norm. Most people would say thank you. I
don't know. It's happening more often than that, though. I feel like less people, like I was just frustrated in like 6-7 podcasts ago about the people not saying thank you when I held the door open for them.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. I hate that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But again, I don't care enough about it to think about it for longer than 8 seconds after it happens. I don't know. And that's just how I've always been. I'm also way more laid back. I'm way more laid back than you are.
Yeah.
Way more nonchalant about stuff like that. Like, I get it. And it does frustrate me in the moment. But it's just like, okay. All right, let's move along.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let's move on.
I get what you're saying.
But I
just don't want to have, I don't want to have a whole
too.
generation of just like non-chivalry having.
It's too late for them.
Punk boys,
it's too late for them. Focus on the next generation.
Yeah, it is too late for them, dude. Honestly, ages 16 to 22. 25?
Yeah, with the exception of Cody Townsend.
Yeah, the exception of Cody Townsend.
It's the hardest working kid in the world.
Yeah, dude. I feel like there's like a lot of younger ones that are like better off. But yeah, I guess like probably like 18 to 25, dude. That's a real problem generation.
Yeah, even like, I just feel like even like 20 to 30.
20 to 30?
I don't know. Like, and it might be different. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. I just like, I don't know.
Let's just say everyone is garbage.
Yeah, everyone that's not me, mostly.
That's not me.
Whatever demographic that is.
Whatever demographic that is.
Non-32-year-old, non-Portuguese people. All
right, well, you got some questions? You got some stuff today?
I don't know if I might have one or two questions, but I definitely have some talking points. This is kind of a heavy one, and answer this in whatever way you want.
Okay.
And we can discuss it in any way we want. We don't need to get hyper realistic or logical about it. It's just putting forth something from a quote.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I found this quote saying, ultimately death is the only thing that gives us perspective on the value of our lives, because it's only by imagining your non-existence that you can get a sense of what is most important about your existence. And the question that kind of that leads to is more of along the lines of like, you know, if you were like thinking about your non-existence leads you to find your passion, because if you only had a year to live, what would you do?
What would you do?
And how would you want to be remembered? And a lot of people will say, you know, travel the world and all this like that. But I'm more simple than that. Like, I'd spend time with family. I'd maybe go on a trip, you know, spend time with people I care about. Try to do stuff that matter to me.
It doesn't sound really arrogant, but I would probably do exactly what I'm doing right now.
Right. Exactly.
I like what I do.
Probably work a little less.
I might work a little less. Yeah, I'd probably, you know, honestly spend more time with Erica, but like, and my family. I'd see my folks a lot more. But at the end of the day, like, I like what I do. I love what I do. I like my routine. I like, you know, going to the gym and doing my walks, and like those things make me feel good and fulfilled. And
I feel like that's the point of the question.
Yeah.
Is like to say that it is what you're doing your passion, because you would do your passion if you only had a year left.
Yeah. Yeah.
You would do what you were passionate about. You wouldn't do what you felt like you needed to do because the world expects it of you.
Honestly, but like, yeah. I think it's like two different questions, right? Thinking about death, like, I'm good where I'm at right now. But if you really said like, hey, you only had 1 year to live, what would you do differently? I don't know that I would do really a whole lot differently. Like I said,
me neither.
But I feel like a lot of people would complain about that. They'd be like, you know, why aren't you seeing me more? You only have a year left, or like this, that, and the other. And it's like, because I see you the amount that I need to see you. Like,
and realistically, I don't want to live like so. What it would be essentially the same thing that they call Alzheimer's. I feel like the scariest thing in the world is a long goodbye.
Yeah.
And you don't want that. You just want to do what you're normally doing to an extent. Like we said, maybe see our family more, a couple more, you know, spend more time with certain people. But like, I don't want this long drawn out, year-long itinerary of who am I going to see how many times a week because I'm going. Like that's the definition of a long goodbye. And a long goodbye sounds horrible.
Horrible. Yeah, I'd hang out with my family more, but also like I really value my alone time. And it's like, oh yeah, when you're dead, you know, you have all the alone time you need. But like I like going on my walks. I like going to the gym. I like doing my estimates and driving around in my truck by myself. Like there are things that I do that make me feel good. I like doing those things. And I like, you know, my bed and movie night cuddling with Erica would probably feel a lot less rewarding if I got to do it all day.
Right, exactly.
Every day. It is the fulfillment at the end of my day that I really enjoy. So I probably wouldn't change a whole lot.
Who would you leave the company to? Clifford?
Clifford?
I would.
Honestly, Matt,
probably. Maybe. I don't know.
Probably, I'd probably divvy it up and...
Make it employee owned?
Yeah, like I'd probably have, honestly, like you come back because you've been here since day one. You know the ins and outs. And Matt and the boys, and just give them all pieces and be like, if you guys want to make it to work, then make it work.
That'd be smart.
Yeah. Like, I brought you here. I can't run it forever, so I don't care who leads after I'm gone.
Do a good job.
Yeah. But the ball is in your court.
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like we have the same answer. I would do a lot of the same stuff that I'm doing now. Even my work at Ace Gutter, I love it, dude.
Yeah.
I spend like 8 hours a day with 2 older ladies that are great.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a dream, bro.
Yeah.
It's like when I used to bartend at Bernardo Heights Country Club in California.
Yeah.
It's the best job ever. It's just a bunch of old people that love you.
Yeah. Old people are great, dude.
They're the best.
What in the infamous words of,
how did the best people, the best generation that are so nice in their older age, it's just the most racist people too. Like, it's just like a bunch of nice, amazing racists. Not all of them, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Generally.
As far as death goes, dude, I feel like no one said it better than Dan Cummins. I want to eat steaks and drink milkshakes and then get off this planet.
Yeah, exactly. What are you going to eat? Kale and smoothies and get 90 to 100? Yeah. That's not the good years. You're getting the back end.
You're getting the back end. Yeah.
You're not getting...
Drink milkshakes and eat steak and get off this planet. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel that way too. Like sometimes... And you ever see like those Instagram things? They're like such and such in Germany turns 108 years old today. It's like, ew, dude. Ew. 108?
That's crazy.
What? Gross.
Yeah. I think it would be cool to see the turn of a cent, like to see I don't even know that by the time I'm 90, it's going to be so weird to look back at how much things have changed. I mean, think about how much they've changed in 30 years. Mm-hmm. Like we didn't even have the internet really when you and I were growing up. Like when we were kids, dude, I remember going on eBay to look for like snowboards and guitars and stuff. And
like played against sports and stuff.
Yeah, and it was like mind blowing to have eBay and like people bid on stuff, and like then that was like a huge deal. I remember like the first MacBook my parents had, it was like the circular dome one. And it had like the little arm with like the perfectly flat screen on it. And that was like crazy compared to what we had before that, and now it's like my iPhone blows that computer out of the water.
Everything's so easy, I know.
Yeah.
I love it. I partially love it. I mean, it's great.
Think about where we're going to be. Okay, that was 30 years ago. Now imagine where we're going to be 60 years from now when you and I are getting close to dead.
Yeah. I mean, like, you and me need to sit down. I really want to take some time and show you how much you could use ChatGPT to build your marketing plan.
I know. I
know how to do it, and I'm doing it for Ace Gutter, and I could show you. And it's so easy, dude.
Yeah.
It wrote me a whole email campaign out today, and I liked it. I just didn't super love it, and I was just like, I like it, but reword it. And it just rewrote it again in a different way, and I was like, golden, love it.
That's crazy.
It's so cool, dude. I got to show you.
Yeah, did you see both my ads? They weren't very good.
I did not see them.
I feel like one of them was pretty good. One of them I kind of stumbled over my words and stuff. It was like mediocre, but I'm going to keep going, dude. Like we said, at podcast 0 to podcast 52, there'll probably be a pretty big difference. Same with ad 1 to ad 100.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not great at a lot of things. I'm just consistent at them.
Yeah.
That's why they get better.
Give me like 20 minutes to show you that stuff. It's so good. It's so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's wild. I often think about that too, because we saw the biggest boom in technology, like the technological revolution.
Yep.
And it's not slowing down because more technology makes more possible, you know? So it's not like we're going to hit a peak really anytime soon.
Yeah.
Like the peak is living, it's not even the peak. Like it's not even the peak to live on Mars, like have habitats on Mars and stuff. Like it's crazy.
When did the Industrial Revolution start?
I don't know, dude. I'm not a teacher.
50s?
I want to say so. David, any guesses? I'm gonna say 1910. Yeah, I'm gonna say like 1900 even.
1900.
Let's see, Industrial Revolution.
Start date.
Start date.
January 5th.
10 p.m. January 5th.
1905.
Wasn't it like with the invention of the cotton gin, something like that? Because it was like the first thing that like mass produced and mass cultivated something.
Or the locomotive.
Oh, we are way off, y'all.
Are we?
Oh, by a lot.
When did it start?
1760.
Okay, that can't be right.
That can't be right. No. We're talking about a different industrial revolution.
Let's do American. That's the first one, the British one. American Industrial Revolution. Timeline. 1750 to 1914.
What?
I'll take the 19. It's in the gap.
Yeah, we were right because it says 1914 here. We started at 1900s.
So what is 1900s to now? That was the Industrial Revolution. What is that then? Mechanical Revolution? I don't know.
I mean,
whatever.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Anyway,
I used to know a ton about history, and I stopped going to school like forever ago.
I wonder what the next one's gonna be.
I mean, we're in the technological revolution now.
AI revolution.
I mean, I would put that in the technological. I feel like it's all just technology from here on out because we already got industry and all that stuff like that. I mean, we still kept all those. It's not like
yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
All right. You got any more questions?
I do. That one was heavy. Let's do something else.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Again, Taylor Swift, dude, billionaire. The first ethical billionaire. All she did was sing songs. And did a banging ass tour. Respect on her name,
Respect
dude.
on it.
Okay, so the only other thing I've written down, we can talk about random stuff after or in between, but the only other thing I kind of had written down is something that it's a talking point more or less rather than a question. And I'll use the example like I would say it's along the lines like choose your own embarrassment. Because anything worth doing that you're passionate about is worth being embarrassed for. If you're ever doing anything, if you ever want to do something and the reason you're not doing that is because of what other people might think, then that's absolute wrong. I think you're wrong. You know what I mean? Like, give you an example. When I was younger, like, you know, I've always been funny. I've always wanted to do like stand-up or whatever. But here's the example. My biggest thing, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, like I just don't want to, I never wanted to bomb. Now I can't do it because like I have family and stuff like that and I have responsibilities. But like I never wanted to bomb and I didn't want people to think I wasn't funny.
Yeah.
So like and that would have been the worst thing in the world to me because I was something I was so passionate about.
Yeah.
So, and I never did it. And that's, you know, partial regret, but you know, life continues on. But with Trico or with business or with anything, or with you doing these, like your motivational little reels and stuff like that of you talking about business and life and yada, yada, yada. Like if a lot of people would be embarrassed as to what people might think about what they have to say. Like I jump on here and I'm like, I think that this and this and this. And then some dude's like, that's ridiculous. That's stupid. Here's the reason that's stupid. Here's all my reasons. And it's like,
dude,
you know, I think anything worth doing is worth what we're doing and 100%. Not caring about what anyone thinks.
100%. Couple things I want to say about that. Gary Vee said it like very elegantly. He said, never like hide who you are because who you are is your brand and your brand needs to be unique. Like he said it in different words, but like people like your brand, like that's who you are. Like, you know, like I'm just like Trevor's just a veteran, you know, and now he cuts down trees like a rough and tough guy. But like, look, dude, I got like a Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z poster in the background. I got Avatar. I got like a bunch of nerdy books. Like you know, And I'm not ashamed of those things. Like maybe when I was younger, I might have been
but
embarrassed.
when we were younger, maybe though.
Yeah, maybe when I was younger, I would have been embarrassed and like, like, oh, I don't read fantasy books. That's weird. Like I do. I like them.
I used to, because like here's also another example is like when we were younger and you see like the anime kids and you're like, what nerds do? It's like I watch the same shows they do.
Yeah.
I just don't act like that.
And it's getting more.
I just don't act like that in public.
It's getting more and more popular now.
For sure.
But like,
it's huge.
yeah, like. Now as an adult, like you hit a good point. Like as an adult, I don't care. Those things aren't make me who I am, and I like them, and I don't really care what you think because I like who I am.
I've got a walrus tattooed on my hands.
Yeah,
because I like walruses.
Because I like walruses. That's sick.
That's it.
You know. But the other thing too is like, yeah, dude. People, honestly, here's the thing. Who am I to have a podcast? I guarantee there's other people out there, other tree guys I know specifically in this valley who are like. Yeah. You're just $1 million company. Like that's small fries, dude. We're double your size. We do this, that,
cool,
and the
then
other.
do a podcast.
Cool, then do a podcast, dude.
I don't care. I'll do podcast.
Yeah.
I'll do a podcast with you.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Like I don't know anything about business. Oh, I'm too small to have a podcast. I don't care because there is probably somebody listening to my podcast who has not gotten to where I am and appreciates the value that I'm giving them. I'm not telling you not to go do it. Yeah, I'm just talking about what I want to talk about.
I'm not telling you exactly what to do.
I'm not saying I'm the best business guy in the world. I'm saying here's how I got to where I'm at, and if you like where I'm at, here's how you can get here.
Yeah, it's not.
That's it. And I'm gonna keep doing that for free forever. And if you don't like it, I don't really care.
Well, and that's just another thing. And like they're saying, well, who are you to have a pod? Like who am I to have a podcast? Who am I to be on here?
Yeah,
like, I'm not even sober.
Yeah.
Like, but I've got a lot of accomplishments and whatnot. But like who am I? But more importantly, as Dan Cummins says, who are you?
Who are you? Yeah.
Who cares?
Who are you?
I don't care
That's
what you think.
Dude. Yeah, I have 1,500 followers on Instagram. That is a minuscule amount. There are friends that I know that have put zero work into their social media and have double that following. Okay, and I've been putting out work for a year, quality videos over and over and over again that I work on and that I pay.
That have constantly been changed and updated.
To do, yeah. Like
I
put
changed.
Style into my hashtags and like. Who am I, dude? I don't really care. I'm putting out the stuff that I like to put out, and I'm going to keep doing it. Right. I don't care if it never gets bigger. I think that it will, obviously. But I really don't care because I like what I'm doing. So that's who the frick I am.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
In adulthood, I feel like you just care less and less.
Yeah, just care less and less.
Just get more bitter, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't get more bitter, but there's that hilarious joke that I love. It's like becoming a bit of a history buff. Like when you become a bit of a history buff, it's like early onset Republican.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love that, dude. So good.
Like you think your dad wanted to be a prick about everything? It's like no, he just slowly ate away with it. He used to be like, I'm a cool liberal guy, and then it just slowly got.
Started reading. On a good note, dude, I really do think that our business is going to grow exponentially this year because it's an election year, and I think there's going to be a lot of distractions, like there was the last election. I think there's going to be a lot of that this year. But also I think it's going to be, they want to stay in power, which means the economy has to be good.
Right.
Otherwise they won't get reelected. So I think the economy is going to be good. And the reason that I think that is because we're like a year out now and gas is half of what it was 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I filled up my tank today and it cost me $60, and 3 months ago it cost me $110.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
Yeah, I mean gas is getting better.
Yeah, it'll change, and I'm gonna get as far as, and I recommend this to the rest of you. Use the next 12 months to get as far ahead as humanly possible.
Yeah.
That way, if things don't go well, you will be able to ride out the storm for as long as possible. That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Prepare
I'm not going to be like a big political, get in your face kind of guy, but I will say use the time that you have to get as far ahead as possible while you can.
If you can.
If you can, yeah.
If you have the ability.
All right. That's all I got. You got anything else?
I got nothing.
Get out of our face!